God said to Jonah, "Get up, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry out to it. Their wickedness has come up before me." So Jonah got up to flee to Tarshish from the presence of God. He went down to Joppa and found a ship going to Tarshish. He went aboard to go with them to Tarshish from the presence of God. But God sent a great wind on the sea, and there was a great storm at sea, so that the ship seemed to be breaking up. The sailors were afraid. They cried out to their gods, and they threw the cargo overboard to lighten the ship. But Jonah had gone down into the hold of the ship and lay there, fast asleep. The captain came to him and said, "Why are you sleeping? Get up and call on your God. Perhaps he will think of us, and we will not perish." Then they said to one another, "Come, let us cast lots to find out on whose account this calamity has come upon us." So they cast lots, and the lot fell on Jonah. They said to him, "Since you have brought this calamity upon us, tell us, what is your occupation? Where are you from? What is your country? What people do you belong to?" He said to them, "I am a Hebrew, and I fear the God who made the sea and the dry land." The men were very afraid and said to him, "What have you done?" They learned from his account that he was fleeing from the presence of God. They asked him, "What shall we do to you, that the sea may become calm and no longer be upon us?" And the sea grew more and more stormy. He said to them, "Pick me up and throw me into the sea. Then the sea will become calm and no longer be upon you. For I know that it is because of me that this great storm has come upon you." The men tried to row to land, but they could not, for the sea grew more and more rough as it raged against them. They cried out to God and said, "O God, let us not perish for this man's life, and do not lay innocent blood on us, for you, O God, have done as you please." Then they took Jonah and threw him into the sea. The sea calmed down its raging. The men were very afraid of God. They offered sacrifices to God and made vows. Then God caused a great whale to come and swallow Jonah. Jonah was in the belly of the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. Jonah prayed to God from inside the fish. On the 3rd day, God caused the fish to spew Jonah out onto dry land. Then God spoke to Jonah a 2nd time, saying, "Get up, go to Nineveh, that great city, and proclaim to it the message that I will give you." Jonah got up and went to Nineveh, as God had told him. Nineveh was an exceedingly large city, a 3-day journey across. Jonah began to enter the city, going a day's journey, and proclaimed, 40 more days, and Nineveh will be overthrown. The people of Nineveh believed God, proclaimed a fast, and put on sackcloth, from the greatest to the least. The news reached the king of Nineveh. He rose from his throne, took off his robe, put on sackcloth, and sat in ashes. The king issued a proclamation in Nineveh, by decree of the king and his nobles. No man or beast, no ox or sheep, shall taste anything, shall not eat grass, shall not drink water. Let man and beast put on sackcloth and cry out to God with all their might, that every man turn from his evil way and from his violent deeds. Who knows? God may yet repent and turn from his fierce anger, so that we do not perish. When God saw what they did, and that they turned from their evil way, he relented from the disaster he had said he would bring upon them, and he did not bring it on them.